from paradise, my guardian angel sent from up above. Sometimes I wish I could send a love letter straight to your heart and let you know I'm yours forever. You bring me sunshine when I only see rain. You bring me laughter when I only feel pain. Girl, you know how to make me smile every day. Take my hand slowly, sweetly.
Hello everyone, welcome to yet another interactive session here at Intellectual Property Center, IPC. Today with us we have Jacobs Nsaali from Tasker Project Fem 2. We know him for his songs Tuntunu, Ndibasa, we have Dembesa, and so many others. So we're very privileged today to have him here with us. On the other side I have Sharon Nambasa. I'm Olive Nancy, and today we're having Jacobs with us. Welcome, Jacobs.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
We're very glad to have you.
Jacob, reading about you, I found out that initially you were teaching computer packages, repair and maintenance. Yeah. So how did this love for music and the arts come in?
No, of course I did that in school when I was in Ugema. After Ugema, I started, slightly before finishing Ugema, we started that business center. It was called Mulunji Business Center.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it was an internet cafe, secretarial services, and I used to teach computer packages, so I had students. But before that, I was into music.
So the love for music has always been there.
Yeah, has always been there to an extent that sometimes before work, like you wake up in the morning, open up, I first do voice training and do the singing while I lock myself. So by 7, I open up.
Okay, so when did you come to the forefront of music?
There was of course, I was in church. Basically church. But the forefront was, of course, the breakthrough of Tasker Project fame. Yeah.
So we can accredit your music career to Tasker Project fame.
Yeah.
Not church.
Not really church.
You know, because
you're always
Yes, these musicians start from church.
Yes, I understand it. Church is just like, it's like a playground, but he comes into like
playground.
Yeah.
Interesting description.
I was in church, but I used to do my private practice.
Okay.
Like I could do a lot of research, music. I could listen to a lot of music, and I could listen to a lot of, I can't say secular, a lot of this other music that's not church music. A lot of it. Yet at the same time, I was a worshipper. But my best songs used to be those songs for the great people, those old school guys like Willie Mandras, Kelly, those guys, Billy Ocean.
How you flip to dance hall is interesting and
great.
great.
Dance hall. No, it's just made me versatile.
Okay.
When I was starting my music career, I was in an a cappella group.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which group
they're
was
still
that?
in church. It was called Fratano. So a cappella, you just sing without instruments. So I used to be versatile. I used to sing the bass, tenor, alto. I used to sing different voices. So that groomed me to be a versatile artist. So I can go to different music genres without any complication.
You have to.
Well, I have to let fit, so I can't add singing to it. Anyhow, so obviously as a performing artist, you know about copyright and intellectual property. So have you used any of these services to better your music?
Yes, there's something called UPRS here in Uganda.
Performing rights.
Yeah, it's the only one we have apparently. Of course, they called us, talked to us. We liked the idea, and of course, I became a member of UPRS. I'm not sure.
Let's start with your experience as a musician. Is it picking up? Like, do you feel like you're earning economically it's
No,
marginalized.
we musicians we've been depending previously before the social media, before maybe YouTube, iTunes, we were depending on shows like you're not called in a show, you're not called in a wedding or introduction or injury, you just down. Just done. Like you can't sell your products, you can't sell. Here in Uganda,
are you having
very
these
hard.
gigs for yourself?
Yeah.
Are they coming to you?
Yeah, but it's so tricky, because if you
It's a
do
gamble.
quality work, sometimes even the promoters can sometimes get scared, like maybe you're expensive or something. So it's tricky. Yet the right thing that is supposed to be done is you get organized, you do good work, and that good work has to be bought, so you earn from it, and your children earn from it.
Exactly.
And
it doesn't stop at performances.
Yeah, it doesn't, because right now, if I do the singing, it's gonna stop with me.
When I'm working on a song, usually, because in Uganda it's survival.
Yeah.
It's just survival. Like I'd say, things are not smart, things are not done the way they're supposed to be done. Now when I do a song in studio, now I don't do many. Because I don't want to go through the hustle of finding out that someone has stolen it, and then you know that battle.
Yeah.
So me, I play safe. I go in studio.
So you don't
I use my time. I record it. I put strong vocals and complicated things in it, and as soon as possible, I release it. I can't keep. Because if that happens, it's going to be a long story. Because I don't know if UPRS has that power.
Yes, but I think you should explore the avenue of registering your copyright after you put out the music, because this makes it a tangible product that can be protected and that you can earn from.
You see, the problem is the hard part is the earning.
No, because at the end of the day, it's embracing this, because now we have new avenues in which sensitization of copyright is coming at the forefront of all the events.
Okay.
So that's why you have institutions like the Intellectual Property Center. They're trying to bring copyright to the forefront of all your dealings. So are you as artists, or you as an artist, are you willing to embrace, the mandates of such institutions?
Big time. Yeah, big time.
So what do you think, IPC, how can we reach out to you and have you involved in the activities of IPC?
Maybe we need, of course, to be sensitized. We need to meet. We meet you guys, we as artists. Then you tell us, then you talk to us and teach some of the guys. Because we're different.
Exactly.
We need that meeting, then you really talk to us and sensitize us about it.
Even with, we have the law, with copyright on all those things. So if we wanted to have like a significant change in the law, there have to be all these, there's a lot of research that goes on before, an amendment to a law is tabled. Are you willing to, do you think the artists are willing to, side with other societies? Because right now, we only have UPRS as the organ that can do all the protections.
Yeah,
we drive a certain change so that we get something that we want from the law.
Yeah, okay, to be straight with you, these artists, or we artists, have the pain of not earning from our music, as in sales. Out there, out of Uganda, artists earn from the sales. They say, this album sold
million copies.
Yeah, that's not here. That's the solution Ugandan artists want. Like, if they do their album, we need publishers. We need straight things like, if you go and sing, you really planning that this will sell, then I'll earn from it. Now that is our problem. If like intellectual property center comes and can deal with that, that is now the happiness of the that's what the artists need.
IPC in full is innovation, protection, and commercialization.
Yeah.
So what you're asking is not something we can do, but we can help in the protection. The avenue we're supposed to look at is the collective management organization.
Yeah.
Naturally, you could actually manage your own music and
Very
oversee all
difficult,
these things,
yeah.
but this is very difficult. So that's
Yeah.
why you come up with an organization to help oversee
and one of
generally.
and one of the things that also has also disturbed the UPRS cannot fight piracy.
Exactly, it's supposed to protect your
It's
interests.
not doing
It's
anything.
supposed to be. So, what would you recommend that is improved?
No, maybe it just goes away.
It goes away.
Just.
So you are willing
So
to
do you
have
think they've tried?
UPRS?
They've
It's
tried.
better
Have they
than-
tried?
It's
Right.
better than having nothing, maybe. Because if you can't handle piracy,
That's a strong feeling.
then you're as good as not existing. Seriously. Because it goes on year after year after year after year. People have come. Person comes and makes a hit, he's famous, and when he's gone for
Yeah.
good.
Exactly.
Yeah, we get many people here who lose their lives and they don't have homes, but they've had great names.
Yeah.
Big artists
I mean,
with
their
big
families
names,
do not
but
have-
they didn't get the chance to build homes because they've been struggling, going, singing, then getting petty money. Yet they've had great songs. We've seen
Do you know
people.
some
Some
of
people are
them?
even in hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some sister who's been in hospital. She had a hit, a big hit, national hit, all over.
Which one's good?
But you know she can't get from that song. Let me give you another example. You look at Judith Babili. Judith Babili is one of the artists who had mega hit in Uganda, maybe the best, because there is no album in Uganda that has been as good as Vera Nange album.
Yes, because her music is
Countrywide,
like
yes. But right now, can her kids
She-
gain from Vera Nange?
Being an MP, so she found other
Because
names.
They can't.
we still, like, if you take
So
it to
that's
the
the
international
artist's
level,
problem.
we still hear sales from albums like
From-
Thriller that
yeah.
are doing so well.
Yeah,
and
the
then
ABBA still.
Tupac is still doing
Tupac is
so
also
well.
doing
He's
very
selling,
well, yeah.
and then their families are benefiting. So,
Yes.
so you want a forum that will also enable you to benefit from the same.
Yes, no, that's our main problem. That's our main. Now, if you go meet, if any other people come up with the same idea like UPRS, you have to, that should be now.
That would be your run to.
If someone can't handle that, then it can be. I think they cannot be accepted by the artists because these artists are sharp people.
Yeah.
Very sharp people.
So, do you feel like would it be an easy process for the artists to come together for this common cause?
Big time, because many of them are in pain. Many of them are in pain. Seriously.
So is it also easy for them to come together? You know,
Yeah, very
sometimes
much.
we have the similar pains, but we are not willing to come together
No,
for a common
They
good.
are, because recently there were elections, UPRS elections.
Okay.
They were taken out of Kampala to out of the city center to someplace there. Now, the guys who showed up, the artists who showed up, are not the most active artists. In
Were you
Uganda.
notified of this
Definitely
election?
yes. Definitely yes, but personally I was very busy that day. But of course I was here. I called people, some guys, and they were telling me, "No, I want to tell what you want to."
Was it instant
There's no-
notice? Like
No,
it was a period of time
Yeah.
before the
So you had-
like twice.
Like in a
But-
how many days?
Like 4 days to that date, no one was told. You know, when you're reminding people,
Yeah.
you have to be consistent. So they gave it some time. So that date even came when some people didn't know. But People knew. Let me take it that people knew, and they didn't show up.
The majority.
They didn't show up. Yeah, majority didn't show up. Just these other artists whose music is not played are the ones that went and did the elections. So if you go there and you're a big artist and then you tell them, I want to be I want to be the CEO. They just elect you.
So I mean, since people did not show up,
that
means that it's a sign that they do not respect the society.
But do you think they're actually making the money that they're supposed to give you back?
Big time. Big time. Because when you go to radio stations, they tell you, the viewers came here. Give us a list of artists who will play most, and the members say, this is our member, you play him, this is our member, he's on rotation.
Then you pay the money. Has this fund.
Yeah, then you pay the money.
Have you been given accountability for these funds? Every organization has to give accountability.
Most especially to its members.
Yeah.
Not really. They just...
So you're given blanket payments and you settled that for the period of 4 years that you've been a member of UPRS?
Yeah, it's not even, I think it's 5 years, not even 4, it's 5 years. But, so that's what's happening.
Okay.
That's what's happening. And personally, I'm a guy who chills. So with UPRS, I look at them, and I just relax and do my things, react, and it's not complacency. I think we need help.
Yes, but the help can only come from the initiative of the performing artists.
They tried. There's an organization of artists that was formed recently, but man, it's just bad. It's just bad.
Because I've heard of organizations with people like Dan Kazibwe.
There's one for there's also one for this guy of Swang. That's Julius.
Yes.
There's the latest where Radio was an active member. It's also there. So what we do, I sit and watch.
Okay.
I sit and watch and see how the other organization reacts, because UPRS is alone. I wish there was some other organizations. It's just alone. So you're fighting.
So you think you're fighting a losing war?
Yeah, sometimes you see like it's a losing war. We just pray that maybe that generation goes and the next generation is blessed, not to struggle like what is it? They find easy things, straightforward things. Because it's a blessing these days to be an artist. It's a blessing because people love music. Ugandans love music. They support music.
Exactly. I mean, all over the world, Ugandans are
so you just have to pray that, okay, next year I'll organize an event. Yes, I'll organize a weekend, a main launch, then shows. I just pray that people come and I get money.
Exactly.
That's what we depend on.
I think that's the mentality, the restrictive mentality that we have with our performing artists. Everyone thinks that we are going to earn from a stage. We have to open up our minds and understand that your creativity goes even further than the stage.
Of course.
So if you embrace that, I think you'll also be pillars of the change that even other institutions want to, have in you.
Let me ask you something. Are there institutions that want to come and solve this problem?
Well, Intellectual Property Center is, and we basically specialize in intellectual property. Yeah. So we seek to address the rights that accrue from works, creative works, innovations. We keep trying to train people. We have these interactive sessions to learn more about what is on ground, such that we can find ways to move forward in our aspirations. Then we help in terms of advocacy. We have lawyers here, so if it's legal proceedings, we can do that. We do audits, we do consultations, we do so much.
Okay. Yeah, true.
So I think we need, like you suggested, if the one that is there does not work, we probably need others. So I think there has to be an amendment in the law to accommodate several of them, not just restricting to one that will be redundant and won't be helpful at all. Okay. Moving away from this,
UPRS, UPRS. You've not got to UPRS.
UPRS.
You just went to the one with film.
To film.
Yeah.
So we can, if you people come together, you musicians, artists, performers, come together and decide that you want to have a cause to see it be removed, that can be done.
Exactly, that's the earlier thing was speaking to.
You need to come.
You have to effect the change with an outsider.
We have to be members. If you and your other members come and seek that we need to resolve this, we need to resolve this issue, and how are we going to resolve it? We're going to suggest or take it upon ourselves in court that this organization be removed because it's not fulfilling its obligations, it's not living up to its mandates. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not achieving its
So it's
cause of protecting the interests.
coming together.
Yeah.
As members.
Basically.
Okay.
I mean, it goes back to my first sentiment. If you want the change, effect the change. Do not sit back and say UPRS is not doing this. So I'm going to chill, do my music, wait for the manager to say, oh, I'll work a good deal.
Even in legal proceedings, if you want to sue someone, you have to have the capacity, you have to have the right. We don't have the right. You have the right.
This law actually, I mean, the law was meant for you.
Sure.
So if you want to obtain the fruits of the law, then let's come together, form a unified voice towards change, and then have the change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Intellectual Property Center, we also have community outreaches. And one of our focuses is the youth, and now we also have the women. So these are some of the things that will help us in our approach. So we have you to give us insight on the plight of the women in the music industry.
Okay,
So
let me first say something here. Now,
Okay.
I said our problem as artists is piracy.
Yeah.
Okay.
If there was no piracy, if people could sing and their albums sell, women would be in the comfort zone. But if you come to the music industry, you hope to go perform somewhere. Now, all promoters who are successful or coming to successful are men. Now, our dear sisters don't have an easy route to success in the music industry. Yeah, you find them. Someone can come and tell, I've met them. Someone comes and says, hey, Auntie, I can help you. I can become your manager. And then after sleeping with her or recording one song, just audio, not even a video, dumps her. Then she's there hanging. Then another guy comes. So they say now, Nsibyo Mutima, like, I've decided whatever comes my way, I'm going to go for it. So she comes, talks to you and tells you, I need a video. How much this? So they end up sometimes doing things they wouldn't love to do in order to get ahead. Yeah, that's what happens. And most of them don't. There are very many beautiful girls out there who are disappointed. No, when you find someone like Esther looks, I think she's a sharp lady.
She's an engineer. Did you do engineering?
I'm not sure.
I
don't know much about her. But I think she looked at that and looked at it. She has her husband is a producer.
Oh, okay.
Michael Fingers, one of the best English producers in the country. I think they looked at and analyzed the music industry and said, no, I can't do this. I can't depend on this. Maybe that's what she decided. That's why it's easy for her to open up a fancy, beautiful, nice saloon instead of doing this music. It's very hard to go for a trip and you survive. If you're a lady, I'm telling you.
Like scavenging.
It was nice having you today. But what concluding remark would you give us, like how we can do better, what we should expect? Just give us a concluding remark on our session to tell us how we're going to do better, what to expect from you musically. I mean, people talk
Me
about
personally?
the arts.
Yeah. What I pray for, obviously I pray for life and money.
Life and money.
Yeah.
And good music.
Essentials.
No. If you're to worry about anything with me,
Okay.
don't worry about the music. I have the best music. I have the best music. I have the best music, but somewhere. Yeah, because I have good, very, very good songs. Educative, love. I have the best music, but now, if God comes and sits there and guides me, definitely, the sky will be the limit. But the good music is there, and more. I'm very sure more is to come.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've always known you as a crooner, so it was very, very, very good having you here today.
A crooner?
Yes, a crooner is someone that has very strong vocal abilities, like Kane Rogers.
Yeah.
So your vocal abilities speak for themselves. So it was very, very good having you here today. And we hope you come by often to use the
I
services.
hope you can tell others about us. And
Yeah,
they could
yeah,
come
yeah.
and sit with us in
Yeah.
our sessions.
Yeah.
And even the
That's
women,
my
it would be
problem.
nice to have
That's
a
why I don't
woman
like
here.
thinking so much about those guys, because they stress me a lot.
Well, thank you very
Yeah.
much for coming. It was very
And thank
lovely
you so
having
much
you.
for inviting me over. You guys are nice. Thank you.
You're nice as well.
That was it today from Intellectual Property Center. We encourage you to come and sit with us, talk to us, discuss with us.